Hello everyone, I wanted to do a video on the Hunter encounter on the most recent Climax mission in a Division 2 for Kelso on Master difficulty. If you play on Master, as you probably already know, you get this Hunter encounter, and it doesn't matter what your group size is. You could be in a group of 2, 3, or 4, you're still going to have these 4 Hunters, and even if you play solo and try a solo Master, you'll have to face all 4 Hunters. So I'm covering how I did it solo today. I took on this mission solo off stream. I've got some footage coming out on my channel so you can see that running full and stuff like that if you want to watch that. But today I'm just going to talk you through how I got past the 4 Hunters. Now, I don't watch any other people do this or look for any advice. I love trying to figure this stuff out myself. So what I'm about to advise you now, just a bit of a disclaimer, it might not be the best way of doing this at all. I'm just sharing you my experience and how I did it in case you want to take this on yourself. And if anything I say today is helpful, then I've done my job. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get into it. First, you're probably going to want to know the build that I use, so it's on screen here. I'll quickly go over it. I got the gunner specialization, mainly for the armor on kill and the fact that I can give myself some ammo back. This was really good for the solo version of this mission. Highly recommend it. And in the build, I'm sure there's loads of different builds you could use for this. This is what I went for. I went with the St. Elmo's. I really like the shock mag that you get. That can be very handy when the situations where you just get the shock mag and it's just like, oh, I'm glad I got that shock ammo. So I like that. So we went with the St. Elmo's for that reason, but you can go for whatever AR that you want there. I didn't even use the lefty or the sidearm. And in my build, I got 4-piece striker. You can see a lot of blue cords here. We got a blue cord on the mask, the gloves, the knees, and it's all critical hit damage that's rolled to them. And we got a striker holster with a red core and critical hit damage again. I got the memento backpack and then a palisade chest piece. Now, originally, you can probably tell from that icon there, I had the talent on the chest as unbreakable, but I wiped while I was playing with that, and I felt like I just needed a little bit more oomph, so I switched unbreakable out for obliterate, which is what I normally run on this build. I just threw unbreakable on for the solo attempt, and it didn't really work as I wanted it to. Basically what I did for the last Climax mission when I did a solo, and it helped a ton, but I did go obliterate for this Hunter encounter about to talk you through. And the Palisade chest piece has got a blue core. It's got crit chance, crit damage on that as well. All crit damage mods on the build in the 3 mod slots. Crusader Shield and Revive Hive. The Revive Hive is key. So the area that the Hunters spawn is only the 3rd area of this mission. And I'm going to say it's one of the most difficult areas of this Master mission. You're going to have to deal with some adds first. There will be mortars as well. So you'll just notice what I'm doing here. I'm running straight past where the adds are as you enter the area. I'm getting beyond this gate. Now that can be a little bit tricky. You got your Revive Hive if needed. But once I'm beyond this gate, I'm making sure I've got Overdrive on as a modifier. I forgot to go over the modifiers. You definitely want Overdrive. And then when you use Overdrive and pull out your shield, it's practically invincible. And from this area here, you're pretty safe. The mortars will land near the gate, but if you pull back a little bit, the mortars won't be able to hit you. And it's a great place to take care of the adds and just make sure everything is in front of you. And this is basically where you want to be for when the Hunters spawn. So it's good to get there early so you don't get trapped by the Hunters when they spawn in or anything like that. And just because I did forget to mention what modifiers I was using, again, Overdrive, that is essential. And then there's a passive modifier, which enables you to build momentum with crits. That's also essential. I'll be using that as well. But the other modifiers, I'd say, is up to you. I think I use a modifier that helps my shield when it's taking damage. And I had the pulse modifier on also, which can set the enemies on fire, which I didn't even take advantage of. Now, once you clear out all these waves of adds, the Hunters are going to spawn in. You can just see they've spawned in on screen now, and we're exactly where we want to be. This area here is where you're kind of safe from them. They don't normally rush. Well, they weren't rushing like they did now when I was in a 4-person group. But when I was solo, they all really rushed me. I just ran back here to where his tent is to get a restock. By the time I come back out and take position, they come through this gate here, and they came down hard on me. So what I found 2 very good areas in this area where you can play from to get these Hunters killed quite easily. Now, another tip while they're just approaching us here, which is something you could do, you can maybe turn modifiers off for this encounter. It might be easier because you'll notice that I have 2 hunters that are frenzied, and frenzied hunters are going to make this encounter more difficult. So you might want to turn the modifiers off if you don't want to take on frenzied hunters. If you don't know what frenzied hunters are, well, they're going to keep healing themselves, which can be very difficult. So look how hard they pushed me there. I nearly die here. I'm EMP'd as well, so that'd have been game over if I didn't get back to this position here quick enough. Luckily enough, I did. Now, this position here in the tent is perfect. You got a restock box right in front of you. They didn't push me into this tent at all, so no one pushed into this tent. I was able to use this tent and just try and take out the hunters and be patient from this location. And it was really perfect. It's a slow process, but if you're not confident enough to be out there with them, I'm sure there's some builds, some weapons you can use like a Scorpio that will make that a lot easier. I might go back on this at some point and try and be more aggressive. But again, this is my first try. I was figuring this out on the fly, and I just found myself in this position, and it was perfect. You see the frenzied hunter there. But yeah, I'm getting the obliterate going up. I'm getting the striker stacks up, and yeah, patience is needed. And with the St. Elmo's, you'll get that moment where you get the shock mag as well, and you will start getting hunter kills from this position. On screen now, you'll see my first kill is about to come. We got that hunter stuck there. And look how much you're deleting him. You do take their health down quite quickly, and you might need to work through their heals as well. Each hunter, I think, will heal at least once, maybe 2 times. Once you've gone through their heals, they won't heal again. I'm even doing a good amount of damage on that frenzied hunter there. I thought I was going to get him gone here, but unfortunately, he took that heal, and I had to start again. From the same location, I was able to take out the second hunter as well, and I didn't even move from here. So from this location, I was able to get the hunters down to just 2. The last 2 hunters were the frenzied ones, and I did remove myself from the tent for this. And lucky enough, only one came at a time. And this vehicle here, just as you exit the tent, it's to the right, straight across from the gateway we ran through. You can corner peek this vehicle, and the hunter can't hit you. So notice here, I'm able to shoot this hunter, and he's trying to shoot me, but he's just hitting the vehicle. It's really good. So just use corner peek to your advantage, get your shield out, and use overdrive when you can when you're not EMP'd. And even when they're frenzied, just keep on shooting them in the head. They will eventually die. And like I said, with the corner peek, you can keep on shooting them. They just can't really hit you. Nice, easy kill from this position. And that's what I did. So that's another hot spot for you. But you obviously don't want to have loads of hunters around you at that point. I'd say if it's a one-on-one situation, that is perfect. And make sure you don't get flanked by another one or anything like that. And I had 1 hunter remaining, and I did the same thing. I enticed him outside with me. I used this corner peek on the vehicle, and it was very, very easy. He couldn't hit me, but I could hit him. Didn't even need the shield active to do that. Just peeked that corner. And again, even though he's frenzied, I'm doing some good damage when I get those striker stacks to max. I got obliterate to max. Even with all those blue cores on the build, we're doing some good damage to this hunter. Tries to be smart here. He takes his heal, but then just look how quick I get rid of him now. That damage is really good for, like, it's a 6 skill tier shield build. But just a couple of mags there, his armor's gone, and then there's the 4th hunter complete, and we've completed the hunter encounter. That's how I did it. Again, this was first try. Like I said at the start of the video, I'm not saying this is the most efficient way of doing this or the best build of doing this, but it's how I did it on my first attempt at solo master for this mission and my first attempt at master hunters. It was good fun. It took me about, I'm going to say it took, I clipped it for my VOD channel. I think the video is 13 minutes long, so it was quite lengthy. There is a bit of patience needed, but it was easy enough. And I don't even think this was the hardest part of the mission. There's other areas of this mission which I thought was harder using this strategy. So if this has been helpful to anyone today, please do hit that like button. Subscribe for more content from myself as well. I'd really appreciate it. You can support the video further with a comment down below too. That'll help the algorithm. Thank you very much. We have some great Discord communities as well. If you want to come and check us out, the links are in the video description, so go and check that out. But we're done. Until next time, thank you for watching and take care.